So much Fallout 76 news and updates to go over. It's madness. So yeah, we've got a ton of stuff to talk about, including the controversial lunchboxes. What are they? Do they really act like loot crates? Are they tied to pay to win? And when could we potentially see lunchboxes appearing in Fallout 76? Probably wondering what in the world these things are anyway. Plus, some additional secret gameplay changes that happened to Fallout 76, including XP nerfs, some cool changes, by the way. So this is a mix of balanced news, I guess you would say, between controversial stuff and some pretty neat stuff that's noteworthy to mention here. But yeah, let's dive straight into this, and welcome back, my fellow Vault Dwellers and Wasteland Wonders, to Open World Games. Let's do this. So, also I'm going to be reviewing your top comments, so leave those down below. Could end up in the future video, but yeah, the news about the lunch boxes are tied to several posts recently posted out on Reddit. The first one is, Bethesda, if you implement mutations that can be bought with money, I will stop playing this game. And it was posted by Rhinoceros. A very interesting post here related to those lunch boxes, which were mentioned in this post right here by Despotac, who says Fallout 76 change log based on game data. And this is basically those secret gameplay changes that we will be diving into in this video. But first, the lunchboxes. So it says this in that lunchbox post. It says, in the most recent patch, there was a lot of references added to lunchboxes being added. To some, this seemed like they were finally going to add lunchboxes to replace the brown bags, and were gearing up for it. However, if you look at how they named their assets and other things associated with lunchboxes, this looks a lot worse. And then he goes on to further say, all items in the Atom Shop are named with the prefix ATX in Fallout 76's game files. Now, this is demonstrable as I have went ahead and pulled all items in the game with an ATX prefix. Feel free, to check it out here. There's a fair bit of items that haven't been released yet, too, mentioned in there. So if you're curious as to what is coming up soon, take a look. So yes, a lot of this stuff looks like it's going to be DLC in the future, and he's referencing lunchboxes too. So it says, in the recent update, they added multiple references to lunchboxes as spells with the ATX prefix. I went ahead and listed them all below with the accompanying information. And then he says, at the end of his post, this is super important. He says, Bethesda has implemented items slated for release on the Atomic Shop that are not just cosmetic, but give the player purchasing it, plus maybe nearby players, mutations that boost XP, carry weight, damage resistance, jump height, and some fun effects like Bloody Mess, but with confetti instead of blood. That does actually sound like kind of fun. Seems like some of this stuff will be tied to seasonal stuff as well, like Christmas. But here it is. This is what his findings were based on. So this was what was data mined. This is super important. So this is the official stuff here without the speculation. So it looks like we'll be getting lunch boxes that are tied to the Atomic Shop, indicated by the ATX prefix there in the actual files. Now, a lot of these lunch boxes will apparently be able to fortify your carry weight. You'll be able to have fortified damage versus animals and stuff like that. This is influencing gameplay, so that is where the controversy lies. So would they really implement lunch boxes into the Atomic Shop where there would be effects on your actual gameplay? Would we see experience boosting and stuff like that? I guess there was also some indication that that was going to be a thing with these lunch boxes, and it sounds like they could also be temporary boosts as well, but still that's very, very, questionable. But also there's additional posts, I'll go over those in just a moment, that they could be tied to events, that you would be receiving these as rewards for doing certain events, and then they would be like randomized rewards. So kind of like, dare I say it, loot crates. So that's also speculation going on there. Now, this was a response underneath that post, a speculation, and this comes from R. Wallen, who says, so it looks like the Atom Store may sell consumables that give you temporary beneficial mutations, maybe like things like XP doublers or other free-to-play goodness. There's the word. I didn't say it. someone else noted that this feels like, it feels very free to play. Just the whole mechanic behind what they're trying to add potentially to the Tommy Shop. So that's also the worry. Not to say that Fallout 76 is going free to play. Officially, Bethesda has never mentioned that ever, that Fallout 76 would go free to play. So please keep that in mind. Free to play are all just rumors at this time. And if they ever did do anything free to play, it would have to be done, in a year and a half to 2 years, realistically, or you're going to piss off your community. So just keep that in mind. Next up, this was also a response to this. It says, Grizzled Croc says this. In Elder Scrolls Online, during events, we got baggies doing content that have a chance at a themed item or recipe. So these lunch boxes may not be too devious. I don't know. They could actually be something that's, a drop for completing, events. But I do think that this could be an excuse to kind of bring in some sort of loot crates into Fallout 76. So that could be, but I am speculating, and it seems like lunchboxes are going to be happening in the near future. Now, let's talk about those gameplay changes that were not mentioned by Bethesda in their blog post related to the recent patch. So yeah, that's tied to this post right here by Despotac. He goes on to say the following. I hate to be the herald of controversial news, but there's a lot of work done on items that are collectively called lunchboxes. They are consumables that offer effects similar to serums, but with duration. For now, they look like part of the holiday events Bethesda is planning. They are not part of the Atom Shop yet, but there are some edits that strongly suggest they may be coming. Take all of this with a pinch of salt and investigate further. So, yes, remember, a lot of this stuff is based off speculation, but again, the data mining is suggesting that we will be getting these lunch boxes. But also, there was a lot of XP nerfs done to various events in Fallout 76. It's quite crazy with how much stuff has actually been nerfed, in this regard. I have been traveling a lot lately, so excuse me if I sound tired or anything like that, but yeah, I'm in the hotel making a quick video for you guys, and I hope you guys don't mind also the gameplay. You may have seen this gameplay before, but I've been in a rush to get stuff sorted here. But also, it looks like, again, that they are nerfing these events, making the game more grindy. You have to ask yourself why. The worry is that this is going to be connected to lunch boxes, and they could be offering XP boosters in these lunch boxes. I really hope that's not the case. Like, that would be such a bad move. But all these XP nerfs make me a little bit worried. They're nerfing stuff that does not need to be nerfed at all, like events related to workshops. You want to encourage players to go to workshops. Don't nerf the freaking XP you get. So that's a concern. But all right, let's balance out this video a little bit. There's some really cool findings from this patch too. So this is what Sartega noticed. He says, Mole Miner perk Wasteland Whisper eligible keyword added. And he says, interesting. So it looks like the Mole Miner can now be tamed with that perk. So give it a go. Let me know what happens there. I haven't tried it myself, but that's a noteworthy change and a pretty cool one too. Now also there have been changes here, and Agno says this: big things, recipe workshop, power connection, advanced item name change from plan barn building set to plan advanced power connectors. I've been looking at the power connector plan for a while, and then he says this, and now it makes sense why the RoboBrains dropped power cores if their loot tables was the same as Sentry bot loot table. It never made sense to me that they were dropping power cores. So yeah, some changes there, and users are also noting that sometimes they're not picking up as many fusion cores as beforehand, that they're picking up less by farming those RoboBrains. So let me know what you guys have found out. I'm actually very curious. Some people are saying that's still the same for them, that nothing has changed. So that's a whole other discussion, something noteworthy there. But yeah, just keep me updated. I want to find out. I can't test it myself, dang. I would test it myself real fast for you guys, let you know my findings, but I am away. So let's go over your top comments. Remember to leave a comment down below for a chance for it to end up in a video. Always love reading your comments, for real. You guys come up with some amazing ideas. I wish you guys could sit in like feedback sessions for Bethesda and their game. So the first top comment comes from Zombified980, who says, you know what would be nice? Perk card loadouts. You can have a loadout for when you're alone in a group or repairing weapons armor. Absolutely freaking love this idea. We desperately need this. I would love to be able to go in there and quickly change my entire perk setup based on a loadout that I've kind of saved up and instantly have the result instead of going in and trying to change stuff, and micromanage. So I love that idea. I hope they implement that. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they did. So Panzerwolf 8 says, why do they keep worrying about nerfing drops or XP gains and not more into stability? I think that they are trying to address the stability every single time. And of course, you have people that would be working on the stability server side stuff that would have that knowledge. And then those that are more into the what's going on with the gameplay changes experience. So those are two different things. And I could see why they mess with XP and stuff. But again, I'm still worried about why they're nerfing stuff. Like, that's to me kind of leaning into, perhaps we'll see. I'm not going to give too much opinion on that one. But anyway, CJib says this. I would like to see them increase the camp budget. There is so much I want to do to my camp, but I can't because the budget always gets maxed out so fast. Yes, that's also a concern. So hopefully they can also address that, because I want to see the big skyscrapers. I want to see the huge cities. I mean, we're not really seeing that. Petra Solonin says, it's nice to see that you are still covering Fallout 76. I'm still playing and enjoying the game. There's so much hate, which is deserved, that we who still enjoy this game aren't really vocal about it. A buggy mess, but I can't stop playing it. Yeah. It just seems like there's a controversy related to almost every game that's out. There's some that have, managed to not get into the controversy, which is wonderful to see. But, man, it just feels like every game I'm wanting to try to enjoy has some sort of controversy. So I still want to continue reporting on this game. I'm enjoying it. And, hopefully 2019 is better for Fallout 76. It just gets better and better. But guys, yeah, thanks for sticking with me with the videos and watching them. It means the absolute world to me. And I have been covering other games like Cyberpunk 2077, Anthem. I'm covering the Outer Worlds. Some really cool stuff coming up here. So a wide variety of stuff. But yeah, I'm going to continue covering Fallout 76. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Fallout 76 and open world gaming goodness. And appreciate all the comments and love and support on the videos. And I will see you guys back in the wasteland once again. Take care.